Hey everyone, Happy New Year, Happy 2026. I think it's January 11th, 1/11, so filming and posting this today is not on purpose. I literally have just really been intentionally slowing down, taking time for myself to reconnect and to really sit back and focus on posting and creating intentional content, which I do believe I have been doing, but I was feeling like, let me just pump the brakes, take a pause, and really dig in and be intentional about this, because this year is going to be amazing, already is amazing. So I want to get on here as much as possible and maximize my time with you. So all the previous videos that not all of them, but the most recent of the videos that I had posted was about me getting ready for the new year, 2026, being super intentional about my space, shaking things up, moving energy around. And really just the past week or so, since my last post, I really just been embracing it and enjoying it. I took off pretty much all my artwork down and photos down, and really have just been enjoying the space. It feels much lighter. And I had an interesting conversation with my sister, who said I was sending her photos. I'm like, I'm doing this, what do you think about that? And if you ever been to my home, which probably none of you have, with the exception of my friends who have watched this, when you walk in, I have a wall of photos. And I've been doing that in almost all of my New York City apartments. I'm trying to think of an apartment that I didn't do it in. And the most recent wall went up, and I felt like it held different energy, because in the space I had shared with my previous partner, and as you know, that did not end well at all. So my sister made a really good point. She said that the space that I had created before was, one, from a place of survival, walking on eggshells. And she said it perfectly. She said, you were invading your own space to be you, to survive, to show, to exist. And that hit me like, whoa. Which makes sense why now I have this more minimalist, and not on purpose. I just stripped everything. I didn't throw anything away, stripped it, put it in the closet, because I'm like, what is this energy, right? And she hit the nail on the head. It's like you're invading your space to show you exist, to prove you exist. And also for me, the energy was very nostalgic energy of like things in the past that were great, moments in time with my friends and my family, which were great. And there's nothing wrong with that. But being at the entry, it felt like I was living in a holding pattern of things that were versus things that could be, and moments in time that were frozen versus there's nothing but open road ahead. There's nothing but amazing times. And sure, there will be hardships and there will be bumps in the road, but it's just now that those photos are gone, I feel like so much lighter. I am breathing differently, and it's just nothing but possibilities, right? Where before it's almost like I'm looking at, oh, that moment, will I ever be that happy again? Will I ever have something that amazing, again? And this isn't specific to anything, right? Because the photos were me and my girlfriends, me and my mom and my sisters, me singular by myself in happy, moments, which are great, to have and to see. And when my godchildren come over, they love looking at it. They're on the wall, right? So now there's no one on the wall. There's 2 photos up, one of me and my family, one of me and my girlfriends, and that's it. And I left, the meaningful art up. Other than that, it's just been really nice. And in addition to that, I've really done an overhaul of how I've been training at the gym, which I have been talking about. And I know you're like, blah, blah, blah. You keep saying the same thing in your videos. But I think that it's super important to, one, have the idea, do it, and then come back and reflect on it. And my body has been so regulated. my menstrual cycle has come back, which is amazing. TMI, but literally do not care. And it's just been amazing, and really listening to this time around, in my life, where my whole life I didn't listen to it. I would push through, grind. I have to do this. You're a piece of shit if you don't work out and you don't grind hard. You're lazy, and that's my whole life, right? Where I'm pushing myself to work out, and now I'm fitter, happier, well rested, and I'm just all around better than when I was doing all of that. And then I realized all of that is coming from a place of survival and stress and not listening to my body, not aligned with my cycle. Now, for the first 2 days of my period, I don't go to the gym. I listen to my body, I lay, I stretch, I may do some mat Pilates, I may go do a light reformer class, and the point isn't to push Pilates, right? I mean, I think it's amazing and everyone should try it, but like the point is something slower that's not stressing out an already stressed out system. I know it sounds crazy, but it's only recently that I actually looked into what is going on in the woman's body. I'm a woman, my body, when I'm menstruating. And it's like, whoa, it's crazy. Every woman should be home once a week for each month, right? For their cycle. Like when you actually see and understand what's going on, you're like, it's crazy that society has taught us and guides us to just push through it, right? Like an organ is shedding, right? Like it's crazy. So it's been really nice to really dial in and listen to my body and know that I'm helping her versus forcing her to go through something that she doesn't need to go through, right? Like I don't need to push through a crazy workout at the cost of my health and my body, my system, right? My regulation is ultimately what I'm talking about. So it's just super important to really listen to ourselves and to take constant feedback. And it's funny, like I did CrossFit for a long time, and before CrossFit I would go to the gym. I do boutique fitness, I do Bikram yoga at night, and then the pandemic happened, and then that shifted fitness. And then after I did CrossFit for time, like 2018 through 2021, or 2021. And I just realized, like, why am I doing this? And it's like we're allowed to change our minds. We're allowed to do different things. Just because you've done something for X amount of time doesn't mean you have to continue doing it, right? Our goals change, our lives change, the reasoning behind our why changes. So naturally, so should our choices and our actions. So it's been really nice. I still go to the gym, not every day, but I'm not moving every day. I'm not choosing to be active every day, but it's like being intentional about where I am, why I'm there, and what I'm doing while I'm there, and what my body is needing in that moment, right? So, because you can go to the gym every day, but cause more damage and cause more inflammation and cause more dysregulation than actually not, and I know that that's going to be like a duh for some of us watching this, and it's going to be an aha moment for others, because sometimes we just get so into and stuck into our tunnel vision and our choices, and there's no other way, when it's like, actually, there's a balance. We don't have to be in this hustle culture where we're like running like for what, for why, you know what I mean? So choose what works for you and what resonates with you, because ultimately the true things that matter are our nutrition, what we're eating, what we're drinking, what we're putting into our body, and then our movement. The modality ultimately doesn't matter. What matters is consistency, and then choosing when you should rest, and choosing, oh, Pilates is best for me now, or oh, I'm gonna weightlift. And then even more so, what's more important is the programming that you're choosing. Previously, my programming was CrossFit programming, right? And then I changed into bodybuilding programming. And now I have since changed that up, because it's like, what am I doing and why am I doing this? What is my actual intention and what is my goal? What do I want for myself in this moment. And previously it was CrossFit. I want to be the most conditioned, and blah, blah, blah. And then with bodybuilding, I want to, work on aesthetics. And then now it's like, okay, I don't want to carry extra weight or extra muscle that, that I don't need. Like I want to be functionally fit, but I don't want to like put extra stress on my body. It's like, okay, I want to focus on quads. I want to focus. So it's like you can pick and choose and then distill it down to what's important to you and your body. And what's best for you isn't best for him, her, whatever, right? So I just think it's such an exciting time to try everything and to question everything and to go into Chat GPT and like be like, I really want to focus on, you can literally create routines and programming within that and get ideas and say, hey, I really want to focus on, my back. What are some exercises? And then like using it as a jumping point, to like, or starting point to like figure out some ideas and figure out your intention. Because if anything, what I've learned in the last few years is that you have to have intention, right? You have to know what you're doing and why you're doing it and what you want to get out of it. Because otherwise you're just existing and you're not doing anything for yourself and you're not going to really get anything out of it. Like, sure, you might have a good time, but maybe you could be having an even better time or living like the life of your dreams if you actually got intentional about it instead of just like dancing through life. So I really invite you to, dig a little deeper in your life this week, this month, this quarter, whatever, and really say, why do I do what I do? Why do I eat this for breakfast every morning? Is it because it actually gives me fuel? Or is it because this is what my mom gave me ever since I was little and then I've just tweaked it a little bit over the years, when ultimately what could be better for you, what could be fueling you better, right? A wise friend once said, and as many others have said, intelligence is the ability to change your mind when you learn something new or understand something differently. So I challenge you to challenge yourself, question yourself, and to try something new and different because you can. Bye.